If you feel like you are getting a thin or translucent sound on the cello or a pressed and crunchy sound, then watch this video. It's possible that you've learned the bow hold, you've learned the proper positioning, the movements, that stuff. But if you haven't learned about two types of grip that the bow hair needs to do to the string, then you are missing a vital component and you aren't going to get the cello tone that you desire. So let's just jump right in here. Okay, in order for this to be effective, I need you to quickly make sure that you aren't holding your shoulder or your elbow or your wrist up in the air when you hold your cello bow. You need to make sure that your natural arm weight is going down into the bow and then therefore down into the string, right? So if you were to hold the bow with your left hand, put it on the D string, and then rest your wrist on top of the bow, do you feel how your arm gives in to the bow and you can feel the hair giving into the string? That is your natural arm weight, and that's what you're going for even with your bow hold. So think about your bow hold as the steering wheel, but your arm and your natural arm weight as the vessel, the vehicle. Okay, so just wanted to check in there because if that's not in place, this other stuff isn't going to work. But assuming that's fine and you're relaxed and you have your natural arm weight going into the string, balanced on the D string, you need to think about grip in two directions, pulling the string to the right so the hair via the rosin grips the string. And when you tug that string to the right, you need to have that grip locked in order to make a resonant sound. If you're just resting on top of the string, it's going to make a translucent sound. And on the other end of the spectrum, if you are actively pushing, it's going to sound like pressing. So it comes down to the natural arm weight, but then focusing on having those bow hair fibers with the rosin gripping the string and pulling it either to the right for a down bow or to the left for an up bow. So I'm resting my bow on the string and then I'm engaging those little grippers from the bow hair and see how it's wiggling my string? That's me gripping the string. That grip is what's going to get your resonant sound. Because when you grip the string, you're essentially plucking it and you're getting it ringing. Okay, so that's one of the gripper ideas, is the side-to-side gripping. The second one that I think isn't talked about enough, especially to adult beginners, is the grip back towards you, towards your body. So a lot of times beginner cellists are told down, 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 weight down, relax down, down into the string. But because of the angle of the cello, right, the cello is not up and down against your body. It's pulled against your body this way. And so we are on this slope, and if we don't engage a little bit in the inside of the elbow and under the armpit to pull the bow back towards us this way, then we are missing out on a little bit of grip there too. If you put your bow on the D string, I want you to do the tiniest bit of a pull back. See how my elbow is moving about 1 inch towards my body? You're going to feel the bow pull into the D string. And that is going to create that connection point that you need for that resonant sound as well. So thinking about almost engaging your lats a bit, like you're doing rows at the gym. Okay? So that's two places where you have to think a little bit beyond just bow hold, bow placement, bow lane, angle, all of that stuff that you've probably already learned or figured out. You've got to think about the side-to-side grip and the pulling back grip, and that is going to largely transform your cello sound. So let me know what you think about that in the comments. And for more content on sound production, resonant tone, loving your tone, please subscribe to this channel and feel free to go snag my adult beginner cello blueprint in the comments. It's a free guide that establishes all of these types of beginning foundations for you if you're trying to learn the cello. Okay, talk soon.